Welcome everybody to Crypto Quirk, second episode. This is a very quick one talking about market psychology. This is so important that everybody gets to understand this. We give value to anything in our life, especially when we put money towards it. And we believe that something is worth X amount of dollars most of the time because other people are buying it too. So the usual way of doing things is you buy something at a cheap price and you sell it when it's more expensive so you can make a profit out of that. And 95% of people that trade actually do the opposite. They FOMO in, so the fear of missing out, and kicks in, so fear kicks in, and you buy at the top. You buy when it's super expensive, and then the price goes down because it cannot be supported. The price has gone up so much that people now want to sell because they bought at the bottom, and then you are basically giving your money to the market. And this is something that I really like all my friends not to do. And I've made a lot of mistakes in the last 3 years. So I am currently studying technical analysis, and I'm learning so much. It's great. So this is a quick video on how market psychology works. And this is sort of like, it works in any place of the world. Like, it's our psychology, how humans are sort of embedded in our own DNA. Don't quote me on this, but I guess it's fairly close to that. Now, before we analyze a bit of the Bitcoin chart for the last 8-9 years, which you can see it's done pretty well so far, now we are up here. And I sort of got into Bitcoin when it was here, about there. No, actually, sorry, my bad. Right there, about here. So I kind of bought here, and if we zoom in into this 2017 bull market, I bought in at 6,000. I've seen this going up all the way to almost $20,000 to then crash down all the way back to 6,000, then to rebound back to 11,000, and then crash down to 3,000. And this was an amazing period for me to actually learn about cryptocurrencies. And I have experienced this, what is it? It's like it's about 90%, 82%. Let's put it better. It's an 83% correction, which is mental. I mean, you need to be prepared for this stuff as well. But, if you look at the bigger picture, Bitcoin, this is from 2012, has gained, how many numbers? 781,465%. So obviously not in 1 year, but in several years. But obviously if you bought over here, you are laughing right now. We are now in sort of the fourth wave of Bitcoin. So it's gone up, it's gone down. We've kind of went up really quickly in, I think it was June last year. We hit 14,000, then sort of COVID happened, and COVID brought us down to 3,000. That would have been the perfect time to buy. But I had no money, so I couldn't. I wish I had, but still, I wish, hindsight is always 20/20. And now we're basically moving up to a new target. Nobody knows really, but there are some conservative target to basically, probably we're gonna go and hit this mark, maybe $75,000. I'm not really sure. Like, I'm just talking out of previous performances, but you never know. This could stop here and it could come down again, and then eventually will come up. But if you look at the fundamentals at the moment in Bitcoin, there's millions and billions of dollars being bought since Tesla has gone into the market. There's so many players buying thousands of Bitcoins, every single day, and there isn't much around anymore. So the price should go up, and that's why I'm accumulating every day, every week, a little bit at a time. I'm kind of waiting for it to come back in the maybe the $45,000 area, but we don't know. One thing I want to say: this is not financial advice. This is for entertainment purposes only, and please do your own research and only invest or speculate with the money you can afford to lose. I will do a video on my biggest mistakes. I have done one really large one at the beginning, and it cost me a lot. But it taught me too. So it's either you win or you learn. That's one or two. You can't have both. I mean, you can have both too, but if you win and learn, it's awesome. But if you lose and learn, it's also really good because you try not to repeat yourself. Now, I don't know if you're familiar with this chart. Is the Wall Street cheat sheet psychology of a market cycle. Super simple. Although this chart could change, but roughly the way we perceive price and time, when Bitcoin basically was in that 3,000, like COVID hit, people were like fearful, and kind of fear entered the market there. So you see this big red drop, okay? We then have, and that's the best time to buy. That's exactly when the best time to buy. But most of us, when see big red days or big drops, we are fearful that the price will go even lower, therefore we don't buy. When we see the price going up, then we buy it because we're following the train. But by the time that the price has gone up, you might be too late. Most of the time you're too late to buy. So we need to understand the psychology and understand that when we see blood in the street, that's when we buy something. And when we see exuberance, euphoria, we haven't reached that stage yet. I promise you, in 2017, I felt euphoric. I have seen this amount of wealth being created in front of my eyes. I've never felt like this before. Like there's something that it's to deal with money and psychology and yourself and your belly, that really you need to detach yourself from the belly, thinking with your feelings, and literally just look at the chart and thinking like, okay, this is the right time to buy. I know all my mates are talking about this coin. Is it probably the best time to sell because everybody's sort of wanting to buy? So you need to have this contrarian view. If everybody is thinking the same thing, it means that nobody's thinking anymore. So you gotta be that step ahead and knowing what's happening next. So I just want you to basically get familiarized with this Wall Street cheat sheet, and just Google it. Just Google Wall Street psychology chart. You'll find it. I'll put a link in the description below, but it should be really easy to find. Have a read, have a look, and basically try to see where we are now. I personally think we are sort of in the belief thrill situation. We haven't reached euphoria yet because we don't see like people that used to hate on Bitcoin changing their mind, or I haven't heard yet everybody talking it on the news. Once you see like the Mandra standard coming out with the main page Bitcoin all-time high, then probably that's the right time to sell. Because if everybody is talking about it, everybody knows it, and it means that eventually they'll all buy it, and then when everybody has bought it, there's nobody else to buy, and then whoever bought before them will sell, and you basically are giving money to them when you buy this way. Said that, like I do, when you buy something, you're gonna have a plan. So if you're thinking of buying today to sell in 3-4 years, you don't really care what the price is now, because in 40 times, we don't know. In theory, it should go up higher because of the actual mathematics behind Bitcoin. And I'm just talking about Bitcoin now, but there's thousands of coins that you can have a look to, but Bitcoin is sort of the safest one we will do a lesson just on market cap and on volumes, just so you can understand the difference between a shitcoin, something that is not traded really highly and moves like 50% in a day and then comes back down 60% and then goes up 100 and then goes back down 90, and to Bitcoin, which now moves, still can do 5, 6, 10%, even 20% in a day, but the 20% days are becoming more rare as we go ahead. You know, we see a 5%, 6% daily when it's moving, and that's quite a lot because Bitcoin is becoming bigger as a market. Anyway, so if you got any other question, please comment below. Let me know if you want, what you want to know. Like, I know my friend Benoit asked me about to do a video on how to purchase, and I will do that on Binance. I might even do it now. And as I said, please just be careful. Invest only what you're willing to lose. So just as a rule of thumb, like I always do this, whenever I'm buying an asset, I say to myself, I don't have those fiat, I don't have those dollars anymore. And the beautiful thing is that in 3-4 years time, pardon the airplane, in 3-4 years times, you'll think back at when you bought some of those assets, and we were gonna be like, have I done something right, or was I very stupid? Now, I have both opinion on myself. I have bought some really stupid things because friends told me to buy it, and one of my big rules now is like, I don't buy anything because someone else told me to. Especially if they told me to buy it, I won't. Because I do 2-3 hours of research every day, and I've been doing it for 3 years, and most of the time I've listened to other people that told me that. There were friends that just kind of got into Bitcoin and in cryptocurrencies, and I was like, oh, they might be right, so I'll give it a shot. And most of the time I just lost money. If not, I broke even. And the real way to make a truckload of money in these cryptocurrencies is that you don't want to tell anybody what's happening. You know, you just want to buy something that is really cheap and then wait for it to catch up and sell when it goes up. That's the only way. But yeah, so my rule of thumb is, one of my big rule is, do not buy if a friend of yours tells you to buy. Do your own research all the time and only invest what you're willing to lose. Thank you so much for watching, and thanks for the feedback. It's been really good. I got lots of messages yesterday, and I'm gonna upload this now. And then yeah, just let me know anything that you would like to talk about. I am here for you guys. See ya.